So this piece is called A Midnight Walk, and what I really loved about this piece is that you could interpret it in many ways. You could interpret this as this guy is walking through the jungle as totally ignoring the house in the background. You could just focus on this guy walking through this jungle and the cheetah, and you could focus on all these elements of outside of a jungle, of a landscape that's not of a neighborhood. And then you could finally tune in and you'd be like, well, is this subject, is this really him walking through a jungle? Are we gonna ignore that? But you can interpret it as this guy is just on a normal walk in his neighborhood. That's his house. Those are his lights on. That's his pet bird in that window, which is a small detail if you could catch it. You could just interpret him as he's having just a midnight walk, and his imagination is flowing. He's suddenly imagining himself in this vast jungle with all these animals of all this landscape, and you could see in the background, you could see all these patterns, and you could see the cheetah right there, and hinting to this cheetah right there, they're the same pattern. You could see that this is fantasy. It might be in his mind, but it's still real, because even though this might be in his imagination, this night sky might be really real, and just these patterns on the tree is hinting at that. But it's a fantasy, but it's still so real. There's these background objects that hint this is real life, but it's still, it's his life. It's what he's interpreting his walk as. So thank you. That's my interpretation of this painting. I think it's beautiful. I think it's well done. I think it's just amazing, and this artist that created this is amazing. So thank you. It's an honor to interpret her work. So thank you.